What's up, y'all? It's your boy Gabe Lustman, and I'm checking in right here at Industry's Most Wanted.
What's the move? I just want your body, come on through. You got it bad, I want you. Give me something real, you the truth. Oh, what's the move? I just want your body, come on.
What's going on? It is your girl, Tampa Mystic, and we are live. Where are we at?
Industry's Most
And it's a new year.
Wanted.
Look who I got with me kicking off the new year. Happy New Year, Gabe Lustman. What is going on? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Happy 2026. I have to get used to saying that.
I know. Listen, bro, it is good to see you.
Good to see you, too. It's been a minute.
It has been a hot minute, and I was like, who better for me to kick the new year off than with you, because you really are out here making it happen. You've got amazing music. You're doing these food reviews. We're going to jump into all of that.
Awesome. Let's do it.
Most definitely. Let's talk about, you grew up in Minneapolis, which I feel like a lot of people probably don't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that because I've been in Atlanta for, let's say, since 2012, I think. So that's almost 14 years now. I mean, that's quite a bit of time. So a lot of people think I'm from here. And I got a lot of love for the city of Atlanta for sure, but definitely not from here. So, I mean, Minneapolis, yep.
That is dope. You actually got here right before me because I got here in 2013.
Oh, yeah.
So we've been here close to the same amount of time. Minneapolis, excuse me.
Everybody says Minneapolis. Even Neo said it when he introduced me on Revolt TV. He was like, Minneapolis. And I was like, Minneapolis? It's Minneapolis.
I know. Pardon me. Minneapolis. You know, Minneapolis and Atlanta. Did they both influence your musical style?
Not so much. I mean, I have a lot of love for the city of Minneapolis and the people that's there. Of course, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Prince, Time Morris Day, Atmosphere, Mint Condition, Sounds of Blackness. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of great. Shout out to my boy Krishan out there, Prince Krishan. He's writing everything. But yeah, so like, I have a lot of love for that, and it didn't so much influence my sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my sound from listening to my favorite artists, I feel like, more so than anything. It wasn't a city or anything like that.
Who is your all-time favorite go-to artist that you would listen to every single day for the rest of your life if you had to?
If I had to, if I got to, if I was blessed enough to. It's really, really tough. I mean, there's a top three, and I need all three of them, all three of them. I'll say for the albums, I'll say My Way by Usher, Justified by Justin Timberlake, and then probably Fame album by Chris Brown. Those three are like, those three I could be without music forever if I have those.
I agree with you. There are three of the absolute GOATs in this music industry.
Yeah.
Timeless music. You're approaching 20 years of doing this coming up in May. That is a long time. We're talking 2 decades that you've been doing this. What has kept you in it for 2 decades?
What's kept me in it for 2 decades? Whoa.
It's all good. Listen,
it's not even 1 o'clock. I gotta wake up.
Me too. I'm over here fumbling too.
All right. So what's kept me in it for 2 decades is just really the pure passion for doing music. I love music. I love how it makes me feel. There's a lot of ups and downs that we encounter as artists and entrepreneurs, and we have to become businessmen. It's a music business, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like just doing music and at the level I'm doing it at nowadays, it's something I love to do, and it feels like when I'm in the studio or I'm performing in front of a crowd, it feels like the first time every time, and I've never lost that. So that's how I know it's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Absolutely. I feel like if you can stay in it for this long and not lose that passion, because there's people who do stuff and they absolutely lose the passion, and I feel like perhaps that was not the right thing for them, but like you said, you know, you're doing the absolute right thing. In hindsight, looking back over 2 decades, what's one of the biggest lessons you've learned about this music industry?
I think that's a really good question. One thing that I've learned in the last 2 decades of doing this would definitely be try to be a one-man band. Like, you have to have a team, of course, everybody says that, but I've never been fortunate to have a whole team. Like, I've worked with my guy Juice. He's helped me along the way a lot. You know what I'm saying? But most of the stuff that I've done, or I'm continue to do, whatever I've done by myself. Yeah. If it wasn't Juice, it was me. You know what I'm saying? So like, there wasn't too much that I can't do on my own. I can make graphics. I found if I can't do it, I can find somebody who will for 10 cents on the dollar.
Right.
So like, I'm a very resourceful person. So the thing is, find out how to be resourceful and cut the corners, but don't cut the corners. Don't scrape your stuff on the curb. You know what I'm saying? But still cut the corner a little bit, but make sure you don't cut your quality. You know what I'm saying? Build those relationships and try to be most self-sufficient as you can. I think would be something that I learned more than anything.
I could not agree with you more. I do most everything myself. You see, I'm here by myself, but it forces us to learn the business.
Yeah.
It keeps us from getting scammed because there's a lot of scammers out there. And for me personally, I'm somewhat of a control freak. I like to be hands-on with everything.
But as a creator, as an entrepreneur, I don't feel like I trust someone else with my vision.
Exactly.
They always mess it up.
100%.
So it's and I feel that no one's going to do this industry most wanted podcast the way you do it.
Correct.
No one's going to go and layer harmonies and do what Gabe Lustman can do the way I do it, because they try, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's and that's a very humble way of saying it. But if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? For real.
That is a fact. And it's no shade to other people, because I'm sure they go as hard for their vision as we go for ours.
It's not a competition. My competition against me.
100%.
Because the record, What's the Move I put out, we're going to get into it quick, but that one, I'm about to drop one January 15th at Ready. And it's now I got to compete with myself. How am I look like trying to compete with the next guy who sing or whatever? And I have to compete against me of what I just did with that record. That's hard enough.
Man,
shoot.
Let's get into it, because I feel like What's the Move was definitely one of the biggest songs of 2025. Not just for you, but just period. What a phenomenal song. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like, who is this? Because I heard it in a venue.
Oh, you heard it in a club?
In a club, and I was
really? That's what's up.
I went and asked the DJ. I said, "Whose record is this?" And they said, "That's Gabe." I said, "That's Gabe." Not that I wasn't surprised, because you're so talented.
Thanks.
But I don't rarely go and ask the DJ what song that is. I had to know for myself, and I was like, it is such a big, big record. Like you said, how do you feel like you're going to be able to top that in 2026?
Well, I got some heat coming, that's for sure. It took a lot of being in the studio and just trying new things and being creative and stuff like that, and trying to, because I always everyone, I feel like we all chasing trying to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? I was just I just started living in the studio, not living there physically, but spiritually, mentally, I'll just be there and just working, having late nights, early mornings, and staying there for 2-3 days. I know it's nasty, but not even showering, just staying there for 2-3 days and door dashing my food in, so I don't have to leave my energy and I can stay locked in. So I literally have done that for since the record came out. I came back from my press run in September of not 2025, 2024, and then I've just been in the studio ever since. I've worked with countless number of amazing platinum producers. I've been at Sony, and I've just been working and obsessing, and I finally got the one I feel like is gonna go, and it's it's upbeat more. I feel like it's for the ladies. And it's definitely a record that's gonna have them dancing, and it's got a groove, and I already have the idea for the video I want to do, and I got a whole marketing plan for radio, and this is really my unofficial official first interview on that press run right now, because that drops January 15th.
Man,
Ready.
I'm loving it. So Ready is on the way.
Yeah.
What's the Move? I see you got the shirt on today. Do you have merch available?
I do. What's the Move shirts are available in any colors. I'm right now I'm just doing the pastel, so I'm doing pink, the pink ones for the ladies, or if a guy he could pull it off. Guys look good in pink too,
Sure they do. They definitely do.
So they got these, they got the green, really any color you want. Yellow highlighter colors, because they pop, and this is my personality is loud and stuff like that. So, but they're available in all sizes, all colors. Just all you gotta do is DM me. I'm working on my Shopify right now. So, but yeah, we're doing this. We're tying that into the food reviews. We're everything. I'm just trying to get it out here and get it heard. I'm not going to stop pushing What's the Move just because the new record comes out, because it's already got some traction. So you got to stay working and stay on it.
Absolutely. Where were you at mentally when you wrote What's the Move? Because again, I feel like it's such a big, big record.
To be honest with you, I knew I had a little bag coming, a little money and stuff. And when you get you a little 10, 20, 30,000 or something as an independent artist, that's a big opportunity. Like I've fumbled some bags in my time, for real. But I think, you know, like when I was there, I had some money coming up. I think I had like 25 bands or something. I had got, you know, doing some like writing and stuff and like some sync stuff, like with TV, film and stuff. So I had like a check coming and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get some money. Yo, I need a record. I need something to push, something new. And I had a radio connect up. Shout out to my boy Chris Whammy up there in New York. He works with Breakfast Club and like everybody you can think of. So, you know, I had an opportunity to work with him and go and do a press run and go to Scott Morris and them, you know, Nathaniel the Great, of course, Mia Snow, all them, shout out to them.
Yep.
So they took me up there. I did a press run with them, went and met all the labels, you know what I'm saying? And so like when I was going to New York, I really wanted to have a record that was like fresh and something different, something new. So I asked Juice, my boy Juice, I was like, hey, so I need a record. What can we do? Do you got something? And he said, I want you to work with this guy by the name of Kavan. So shout out to you, Kavan. And then he, so we made like, I think we made 3 songs that night. We made one. It was like, that's okay. We'll go to the next one. Then we went to the second song, and the second song, let me just say, the second song was like, we thought we had it. We were like, oh, this is fire. And then Juice came in there. No Diddy, but like, it was kind of like the Puff. He came in the room like, nah, this ain't it. And we were both like, damn. Like, it was like, so then we were like, okay, back to the drawing board. He's like, you want it or do you want to do this or not? We're like, yeah. So he's like, try again. And then that's when he came, and then like he put the little loop on or what that he did and started playing the, and then he came up with the hook. He said, what's the move? And then right there we was like bopping, and it was like that, it was that wave, and right there we caught it and recorded. I wrote the verse, you know what I'm saying, and then we just put it together, and then it just, I lived with the record for a minute and played it for a lot of people. A lot of people liked it, and it wasn't completed. The song never was done. Like, it's an complete record. Like, cause like I always stack crazy harmonies in my music, if you know my music, and like I like ad-libbing like crazy because that's fun. But this is the first record I ever put out that was a 1 track with nothing behind it, no ad-lib, nothing. There was barely anything. It was just a 1 track song, and then I went to New York, and I was like, man, I need the master back, and I couldn't. The guy, now I know how to mix and master, so like I don't wait on nobody. Like I mix and master my new single. It sounds fire, but I was just kind of like, okay, well, I need this done because I'm going to New York. I'm gonna go meet the labels. This is a fire song. Yeah. So like, I'm gonna meet Atlantic. I'm gonna meet Epic Records. I'm gonna meet United Masters, and you know, go to Fubu Radio. I went to everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I need to have this ready, you know, for to present, and it's not ready. And I'm like, I asked Juice, can you throw a quick master on it? He's like, yeah, boom. He's like, you don't want to add harmonies and stuff? And I was kind of like, man, maybe not, because I just needed something to play, and I was running with it. But then the more I played it without anything on it, it was so simple. What's the move? And it's got that perfect pocket. It hits everything that you want to feel. So then at that point, I was like, this record is right where it needs to be. Yeah. I don't need to mess with it. And I played it. I started just leaking it out to all the people in New York, the DJs and stuff. I'm like, at this point, this just needs to be the version right here. So then that's how it became. And then I talked to Chris Whammy. He helped service it to radio. You know what I'm saying? The whole process, and really like took me under his wing. And I think to date we've got about 3,000 spins, about 2,800 something about that independently on FM radio. That's amazing. We're not talking about no internet radio. We're talking about real FM radio up and down the East Coast, Chicago, Vegas. Shout out to all the DJs supporting me. What's the move? And all the people. Like, it's exciting, and it's like these are things you dream about as an artist, trying to do, and it's real cool to realize that dream of hearing yourself on the radio and like being in the car and being like, oh my gosh, that's me. Like it's still like, it's like a thing I'll never forget.
Or like random spots, like you know,
people will be like, yo, I heard you. Like, yo, why did you get a video?
Exactly.
Like, yeah, it's cool.
100%. And you said Juice. Shout out to Juice. I feel like every artist needs a Juice in their life.
I feel like that. Yeah.
He pushed you. Mm-hmm. He said, try it again. Do you want this? Try it again.
Absolutely.
Do it again. Mm-hmm. Every artist needs a Juice in their life. So shout out to Juice.
Shout out to Juice. Yeah.
So let's talk about this project, Hard to Love.
Yeah.
How long was it in the works?
Ooh, so I scrapped that project 3 times. So I made Hard to Love. I probably made like 60 or 70 songs for that project. So like, you know, cause I'm always recording and I'm always like, when I find a song I like, and I don't normally like, I just say like new album or something and I put it in iTunes and then I'll like go take every song and then I'll like line them up. I don't track list it and put them in order of what they're going to be chronologically for the story of the album.
Right.
Like, or the concept or whatever. It was like, it was definitely a concept album. Like I'm hard to love. It's hard to love, you know, you hard to love, we hard to love. It's like, it was a statement I tried to make. Like, it's hard to love. Like, this is a point in my life where I really wanted to find love and I feel like I wasn't good enough, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like, you know, I've failed in love and just, I felt like crap. So I wanted to make music, not on boohoo, but like, I wanted to just kind of make something that like illustrated how I was feeling at the time. So, excuse me, but I feel like I just, that Hard to Love, I really wanted to kind of illustrate the ups and downs of being a man in his late 20s, early 30s, that what we go through, something like that, and just kind of like, and have it be vibey and still with my sound, but kind of a little bit something new, something different than I've normally done. So I got with this producer by the name of Kaida. He's Grammy nominated now, and he's down there in Fort Lauderdale in Florida.
In Florida, baby.
Right. And it was really cool. Like, I got with him and I met him on YouTube. I was doing the YouTube beats. I have like a lot of producers I work with that do custom stuff. But if you can find a guy on YouTube and lock in with him and send him the record and then actually make that connection, and you're not just leasing beats and stuff and then they just pull this stuff off the offline and then so that's a sauce right there in its own, because then you got that relationship and then they can start making stuff for you, fly them out, whatever. It's all about what you make of it. It's not like, oh, it's a YouTube beat. No, you can start there and then cultivate those relationships. But yeah, he made I think he made 5 songs out of the 7 on there. And then of course True, shout out to Sean Ski, and then Thomas Krager, Meet Up, and that one also got a little radio success, not as much as What's the Move, but I think it's been out there.
What did you learn about yourself with creating this project? Because you mentioned that, you know, we all want love, but it is hard to love sometimes, whether it's hard for people to love us because we're not completely good with ourselves, so we got to work on ourselves, or it might be hard to love other people. What did you learn about yourself making this project?
I just really like fell back in love with the craft, with doing the music. Like, you know, sometimes like doing music for 20 years, you know, it's 20 years in May of 2006 is when I started. So I think, you know, you fall out of love with it, and you have to, like, even if you're like married, or I've never been married or anything, but like, I feel like if I was married, sometimes like you get into this like routine, mundane, and then like you have to rediscover love and stuff. And I kind of felt like that with the music. Like I've tried everything, and I'm starting to lose my passion little by little, and I would be like, or I would like have to be drunk in the studio or do something like to like, you know what I'm saying, to like feel something, you know what I'm saying, like drink a half a bottle and then go try to, you know what I'm saying, like try to find it, you know what I'm saying, and that's an ugly place to be, because I don't need liquor to make music. I don't need, you know what I'm saying, like girls around, or like I don't need ghostwriters and none of that. You know, shout out to the people who I do write with, which is very few and far between. But I could list everybody I've written with on one hand. I don't, because I don't really like working with people. But, you know what I'm saying, for real. But
I'm like you.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess what I learned about myself is that I'm capable. I'm self-sufficient enough to put together a whole project single-handedly, write everything, mix everything, and then market everything. And I'm like, dang, I'm cold. Like, and that makes you feel real confident as an artist, and it just makes you feel like Superman, like, man, I could do this. Like, so it was just like, it was a big thing for me.
Absolutely. And I feel like, you know, the best person to get your sound exactly the way you want it is you.
Yeah. I mean, because you'll send it off to, no shade to nobody, but you send it off to an engineer and they have their own idea what it should sound like. Right. But it's like, I already like recorded it one way, and I don't need you to like reinvent my whole thing. I just need you to like work with what's already there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they be sending the shit just to come back, and then it sound like a whole different record. I'm like, what the heck? Like, I didn't need all this crazy reverbs, and like you put me in like all this weird stuff. I'm like, oh, what the heck? So like, I don't even really like people mixing my music anymore. I would just send it for mastering, if anything.
Right.
That's it. Because I like it how I like it.
Absolutely, because there are some phenomenal audio engineering.
Amazing. Shout out to, let me mention my favorites. B-Dub at Sony. Shout out to B-Dub. Shout out to Darth. He's done like Taylor Swift, Bieber records. Incredible. And then don't forget about Juice. He's done that. He's amazing as well. And then last but very not least, Mr. Stephen Farrell. That's my dude. Like, and he's one of the first. Like, of course, Juice was first, but he was like the second like dude that like really like kind of like showed me some stuff with the mixing and stuff like that. And he's dope.
And it's good to have them because, you know, your career is constantly going up and up. You're getting booked. You're busy. You got a couple places you got to go after you leave here today.
Yeah, and I left one coming here.
See, so there may be times where you do need somebody to work on it for you because you simply just don't have the time to do it yourself.
That's crazy too, because, you know, like when I was younger, I always like wanted to be busy like that. And there ain't nothing like being busy, but like being busy doing something you love is a whole different vibe. So it's like being able to like I have like 4 things today and this is 5th, you know what I'm saying? And then I still like, it's like crazy because I feel like I've had these moments where I'm pulled in different directions and I'm like, okay, so I'm at the radio station here, but man, I need to be at a food review here. I need to be in the studio at Sony, and I have to tell people no. And it's like, dang, I wish I could clone myself so I could be in like everywhere at once and I feel like I'm missing out. So it's like my sleep, I had to give up something. So I'm like, I give up a lot of sleep trying to message people back, trying to be in the studio or travel here and stuff. So it's like something got to give, but I'm not trying to. There's 24 hours in a day, and I want to use every moment of those 24 hours to get ahead, because why should I sleep? You know what I'm saying? I'm not where I want to be, type thing.
Understood. I feel like if we could teleport, it would help a lot.
Teleport. I heard that from a special someone.
Give me some teleportation that way, like, because the Atlanta traffic is what holds us up most of the time.
Oh man, the Atlantic traffic, and it'd be at the weird times. It'd be like 11:30 in the morning. It's like this ain't even lunch yet, or it'd be like 2. It's like before, or it'd be like at 9 at night. They have like the construction for nothing. If you're a construction worker in Atlanta, you have job security because there's always construction going on. They'd be working on the same little part of the road for 5 years. It'd be like, dang.
I think 285 has been under construction since I moved here.
10 years.
Yeah.
Then nothing getting done.
Nothing getting done.
They're just sitting like, what are y'all doing?
Holding up traffic.
Right.
So with an artist like yourself who's been doing this for 2 decades, coming up in May, you write your music. You're now audio engineering your music. You're a phenomenal artist. How do you feel about these people now creating these AI artists and they're hitting the Billboard charts?
Ooh, I mean, I'm not mad at a hustler. I'm not mad at somebody like, you know, being creative and trying to be innovative and stuff. Like tech and AI is taking over the world right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it started, like I feel like I started because I'm an avid DoorDasher and like Uber Eats person. But I feel like it started with stuff like that, and then it started with like the ChatGPT and like the Facebook and Meta started integrating it into social media platforms. I think I'm not like gonna say that I'm mad, because, you know, someone just outthought me and did it before me. Because if I did it, then you could be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? But I think we all are using AI and we're all benefiting off of it in some way or another, whether you're a tech company, whether you are, you know, like a Fortune 500, or whether you're like the little guy. So I don't see a problem with it. I had a partnership with one of the big companies that started in the music stuff, Suno. Oh yeah. So I was a brand ambassador for them for, I don't know, like 2 or 3 months, and we parted ways about some other stuff. But I mean, they cool, you know, shout out to Suno and stuff. And I tried doing some music with Suno. Like I made records using Suno, and I don't see a problem with it, because it's all about what you make. I'm not going to just have the AI spit it out and then make it exactly the same. It's all about like kind of like reinventing it and remixing it and adding your harmonies and making it you don't sing it exactly like that. You rewrite. I'm a hook king, so I can write a hook in my sleep. I could sit here and write about anything in this room. Right. But I'm saying, like, I think with the AI, like maybe like help, like where like to help elevate what you already have. Like you don't like the mix. I'm already working with something hot. Just make it hotter. I could use it to enhance. It's not me. I don't use it to create Gabe. Like I'm already Gabe. AI could just enhance what's already there. Man, you said it so perfectly, because that's exactly how I've been saying. I'm like, it's not supposed to replace what you're doing. It's supposed to enhance it. Add to.
And I like, for example, coming into the new year, I'm like, I needed all new like promo flyers and stuff like that. So I took the ones I already had, ran them through ChatGPT and said, give me a fresh new look.
Wow.
And it recreated them and it saved me so much money.
Dope.
Like, shout out to the dope graphic designers out there.
Right.
But I could have spent easily $500, $600, $700 on new flyers because I needed a bunch of them. Right.
Right.
So I'm here for it too.
Yeah.
As long as it's utilized to enhance what you got going on and not replace.
Just like now, if you're taking a whole like robot and you making like Sally Sue right here and then or Johnny John right here and then you know what I'm saying, now like you have a whole fake person and you're like pulling up strings. I mean, that's kind of corny to me, to be honest, but like I know people that are doing that, but it's like that stuff is like, it's kind of stupid to me. But I mean, I'm not mad because it's like, go ahead and do that. Like if that's what you want to do and make money, like there's real artists out here who's working real hard, and shout out to every artist out there that's putting in the grind and stuff. There ain't nothing like a real person, and people don't like it.
Right.
Because I read the comments on Instagram.
Yes.
The people are what matter. It don't matter you or me or my engineer or manager or anything. It matters what the people think.
Yeah.
So like the consumer, because they make you know what I'm saying? So like if the people are saying in there, man, we like, they're rising up already. Like they're like, yeah, nah, we don't like this. This is whack, or like this is stupid, and da da da. And they don't even do music. I'm like, I don't really gotta say nothing because the people are just gonna tear it down. You know what I'm saying? They could boycott it and everything. So it's like, it's not really up to me. It's up to the people. I'm just riding the wave while it's there. I already got my own tsunami, but I'm just adding a little wave to it.
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's whatever. Like you got to adapt to how technology is what runs the world. So you got to just kind of roll with it. I can't sit here and be mad and stuff, but the next guy's going to go make $10 billion off of it. So, I mean, that's how I look at it.
We got to get on board or get left behind. But I ain't going to lie, Gabe. If I could have a robot at the crib to keep my house like clean, vacuum, I would do it.
Until it turn on you, they start choking you. Right. I don't know. I'll have to let it go through like a couple updates, like iPhone before I go. Like let the bugs be worked out first. I've seen too many movies, I think.
No, that is facts. You're right. Yeah, let's work out all the bugs and the kinks first.
Or usually they start liking you or something. The robot. You ever seen the movies where like
you wake up and it's next to you in bed,
it's trying to like murder you because usually we want to have a real girlfriend.
Or it's fondling you in the bed. It's like, well, hold on a second. That is hilarious.
Right.
So you performed on Fox 5 for a Christmas performance. Congratulations on that.
Shout out to Fox 5.
Shout out to Fox 5. What did that moment mean to you?
It meant everything to me. Working with Fox 5. This is my 4th year that I did this. Shout out to the team over there, Paul, Brandon, everybody. It's just okay. So like the first year I did it, it was like an opportunity that just kind of fell out of the sky. I have these like fell out of the sky opportunities, but they're not from nowhere. Like I'm blessed and highly favored. So that's meant for me. Yeah. But so to answer your question, it meant so much because I lost my father like 10, 12 years ago. I compartmentalized. So I forgot the year and everything because it's been a really hard thing for me. Yeah. So over the holidays, it hits different. It's really tough because, me and my mother don't talk too much, you know what I'm saying? Because she got her life, I got mine, and I'm doing my music. It's a grind. You know what I'm saying? So like, I hate the holidays. I really do. You know what I'm saying? Not to be Scrooge and stuff, but like they're really tough and they're very negative in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because of like what I've been through, like with the family stuff. Yeah. And then trying to go to people's like, come to our house. Like that's so freaking like cringy. Like I don't like it.
I don't either.
So like, because then you feel like some like you're homeless and you just like someone took you in. It's like a little puppy dog. It's like, oh my God. But like, so what it meant to me, it's like I stopped doing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. So basically, I guess I'm going off on a tangent on that one. But like, so I guess to bring it back in, what it meant to me is like it gave me like a new like it redefined the holiday for me, and it made me like look forward to it. And this is the 4th year, and I'm like, man, I hope I keep like be on Good Morning America, like all the like that's another one. But it meant so much. It's to wake up on Christmas morning and have something to look forward to. Like I don't have no like big family or anything I'm usually by myself. So like my last 4 years of Christmas has consisted of watching myself on Fox News, get the screen record, put it online, have like hundreds of people tell me, "Oh, we saw you," and send me videos, make my joint pop like that, you know, and then go hit Korean barbecue because it's always open.
No, that is amazing, and I feel you on that. When you start losing people close to you, holidays don't hit the same. They do not hit the same, and I don't even really look forward to celebrating them, like you said. You know, this year I did go to Florida and spend time with my dad, but it's like when you start losing people close to you, it's just them family gatherings, like you said. I get people invite me to their crib. I'm like, nah, I'm good, because like you said, I don't want to feel like that.
Right. I mean, I might do like a Thanksgiving or something. Yeah. It's like a little food, and it's like but Christmas is like
Christmas is very personal.
Christmas is Christmas.
Christmas.
It's Christmas. Christmas is Christmas.
So you're launching your own cologne called Lust for Him.
I'm working on that this year. I haven't launched it yet. I'm taking meetings. I'm like figuring out like the inner workings of how to do it. So I'm in the very, very early stages of that. And I have had conversations, Zoom calls and stuff with different fragrance like scents, and like learning about notes, and like becoming more of a connoisseur of colognes and like different stuff. Like I just recently bought a cologne that like has pheromones infused into it and stuff like that, and learning more about like these rich ones from Dubai, and like not just like going to like Sephora or something and like buying some stuff, or Macy's because it smells good. Right. Like I'm trying to like elevate, because you know, one thing I don't want to do is walk into a place and look like everybody, like the douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny John. I don't need to look like this dude, and I definitely don't want to smell like him. And then if I date you and you're my girl, I don't want you to be like, oh, my ex wore this. Like hell no. I'm not even that kind of dude. Like I'm not corny like that. So like that's the same kind of thing with the cologne. I want it to be very unique, and I mean, I want people to wear it, of course, and eventually it's gonna happen. They're gonna like it, and then everybody's gonna try to wear it. Like when Johnny Depp jumped on the Dior wave, you know what I'm saying? Like he did the brand ambassador for them. Then everybody and their mom wears Dior, and now it's coined as like the douchebag. You know what I'm saying? Like, no pun, I'm not brand bashing. I love Dior, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? That's like really, it's like back in the day, the Cool Water and like the Aqua de Gio. Everybody, it's like, nah, bro, like, that's like, we're walking red flag right there.
I'm dead. You said no Cool Water, and Drakkar was another one too.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, coming from a woman's perspective, one of the main things that we love in a man is when a man smells good.
Right.
But like you said, it becomes redundant when everybody's wearing the same scent.
Thing.
Yeah, so
that's why you got to remix. Free game to all my fellas out there. Don't be scared to take one and take two and mix them joints.
That's absolutely what I do.
You got to remix them, because then you don't just get one, get two, get different notes, and that's free game right there.
100%. That's what I do, because I like more like woody type scents, but I also like fresh, like
right.
Baccarat Rouge is my favorite go-to.
Okay.
But I also like the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, which is one of my favorites. So if I combine those two, it kind of gives me the woody, but the fresh scent.
I have to write that down.
It is, man.
I
get so many compliments.
Wow.
People love it.
Because they're unisex too.
Because they're unisex.
That's
exactly.
Fine. Nice.
100%. So we can anticipate.
So I could smell like a bad bitch.
You can smell like a bad bitch. Y'all clock that. Gabe the bad bitch.
No.
So that's something possibly late 2026 that we can anticipate.
That's definitely going to be something out there. And I mean, if I ain't like done it, the campaign, because it's like you got to put the product together and have the best product. And I want to take my time with this.
100%.
It might take a year or two, but it's definitely something that I've been dreaming about for 3-4 years, and it's time to start. 2026 is the year. Like I'm coming for everything they said I couldn't have. So I'm really going to be on some like everything. Like I'm doing a lot of different things. You'll see. There's a lot of stuff, like from my appearance to I'm doing the veneers. Like there's a whole bunch of stuff coming up.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you, because like we talked briefly before, like when we feel happy how we look aesthetically, it just changes our whole demeanor. Like it puts you in a better mood. You feel good. You feel confident about yourself. And I don't feel like no matter how you look, you should love yourself.
Right.
But let's be honest, when you look the way you want to look aesthetically, it just puts us in a different space. The energy is just better.
Facts.
And I love that you're working on everything that you want to work on 2026 and beyond. You also have your own studio. Lust Studios.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
loving
my name,
it.
Gabe Lustman.
Gabe Lustman. Yeah. How important is ownership in, independence at this stage in your career?
It's so important, because one thing a lot of artists don't realize is when you're recording at someone else's studio, if you don't pay them, then they own your masters.
Yep.
So that's one thing. I've done about 3,000 songs in my life, recorded, you know what I'm saying? Full songs, songs and a half, like at least a minute and a half songs, like a verse and a hook, you know what I'm saying? At least. And I can't tell you how many songs I don't own fully. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I can't tell you the last 1,000 I've done in the last 2 or 3 years of having my studio. I own every single last one of them. But I mean, that's just one thing. But then not having to call somebody and pay them for their studio and just, I never hoard out my studio like that, to be like, I'm more of like you, like I'm very selective about who I work with or who I have come through, because it's like a security issue also. But then, you can't just have everybody and their mama like coming through. I'm not in the trap, like just trapping studio time. Like, that's not what my goal was for that space. My space was to, like, if I have a creative man cave, that's like, I go in there, forget about the world, lock in. And I've been in there, like I said, the longest I think I ever stayed in there was like 2 weeks. And I would go to the gym and shower and then come back. I mean, I have a house and stuff. I'm not homeless, but I mean, like, you would think these guys are probably like, do you have a house? Like people, I like left shoes in there, and I had some notable people come through, like some Bellinger type people. Like, I don't want to start dropping names, but you know what I'm saying? Like, and Cats is like, they're like, bro, you live here? And I'm like, because I had like a blanket in there at one point. I mean, dude, I'd be locked in so much with the music of my own studio. Like, I can go in there and lose track of time. Like, I forget to eat. I'll like be recording, and then I go out because like there's no windows in my studio. I don't like windows, but like, it's a weird thing.
See, I blacked mine out.
See, but that's the thing. Like, you can't even see if it's night or day. So I'll go in there for like 16 hours and go outside. It'll be like, is it 1 a.m. or is it 1 p.m.? And I go outside. And then I'm like, oh, dang, it's 1 a.m. and I've been here since 10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? So like, I've lost track of time, like to a point where it's like a whole like time machine. I go in there and it's just I just forget about everything and just fully immerse. And I've built it to be that way, where aesthetically it's pleasing to me, and the spiritual, like it's a vibe. So it's really important. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think, it's really important to have your own creative space like that. Sure. Like you said, you can literally be there for hours and you lose track of time because it's such a vibe. And then something else you said too is that quality over quantity. You got to be mindful of who you allow into your,
for sure,
because people will disturb your peace.
Yeah.
People might try to spin the block. There's some damn weirdos out there.
Type shit.
So if you get into Lust Studios, that means you're doing something right. Most definitely. So tell us about Boost Networks.
So Boost Networks is a company I started in like 2014 or something like that. And I started doing that, just because I guess, like, being an artist, you have to learn all the different facets and be multifaceted, from like we were talking about graphics, having your own studio, being self-sufficient. Yeah. That was just one part of my journey of being self-sufficient, is the marketing side. And one thing that I see all the time is artists that are really, really good or really talented. There's a lot of trash, no shade, but then there's also a lot of really dope artists too. So like, whether you dope or whether you not, hard work beats talent when talent don't work. And then if you got a bag, you could be the worst ever, in my opinion, but it don't matter what I think. You're going to be hot because you got the money. Yeah. So it's like, marketing is everything. And that's like, you can market trash and it will turn into treasure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I'm not calling anybody that, just as an example. I can't even think of nobody right now. It's all love in 2026, of course. But, like, I think the marketing thing is the most important. Like, it's even more important. Like, for me, I'm old school with it. Like, I've been doing it 20 years, of course. So I'm in my 30s. I'm like, I care about the art. I always have. Like, I always want it to be beautiful, like a piece of art. But you got to market, and marketing is important. So, like, with the stuff that I learned, I was like helping a lot of people and not getting really anything back from them, just as favors. And I'm like, I'm tired of doing favors. I'm going to charge you. Yeah. So then this is like, that was the birth that way. Like, I was kind of like, okay, now I have a thing and it's paying my bills. Like, I mean, I'll just come across them and they'll be like, oh man, well, I can show you how to go viral on Instagram. There's a whole program, and all you gotta do is structure it and then resell it to the next person. Yeah.
You're absolutely right, because I think Instagram, yes, but more so TikTok has shown us that anybody can become famous
for nothing, with no talent,
with zero talent,
just sitting at the crib in their parents' basement and be the multi-million-dollar little Karen.
That part, and that's why I stay off Facebook. There's a whole lot of Karens on Facebook. Boy, they be grinding my gears. I'm like, I'm not going down that.
My gears.
I'm not going down that rabbit hole. But yeah, like, I see people on TikTok, like you say, no shade, but they have no talent and they've got millions of followers. And I'm like,
just doing nothing.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
it's crazy. And then there'd be talented people that's out there, and it's like you just look and shake your head like, damn.
Exactly.
But it's like, hey, you can't be mad at it. Like, you got to take notes from their book, because they got it figured out. It's like you got the Catch Me Outside girl, Daniel Bulgogi or whatever her name is. Bulgogi. I'm thinking Korean barbecue. Bulgogi, whatever. Yeah, whatever her name is. No shade.
Bulgogi, I think it is. I think it's Bulgogi. I think.
Yeah.
Catch Me Outside.
The Catch Me Outside girl. And then you got the Hawk Tua.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And you have all these people, like you got the Piper Raquel. You know what I'm saying? Like she had a whole Netflix documentary about her. So it's like you just watch them and just go like, like I'm scratching my head. But I mean, it's like, okay, but they're doing something right. And then no shade against them. It's like, dang, okay, these guys, they cracked the code, and we're all in the same rat race, but some with more talent than others. But so I'm like, okay, so what are they doing? You got to study the algorithm, got to watch what they do. And, I've been trying to figure it out, and I've had moments. You know what I'm saying? I have a video, like I think my biggest one on Instagram was 20 million in the last year.
That's
like
insane.
in one video. So like, and it's all real. It's not like no buying views or nothing. Because I'm not gonna lie, I bought views back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like when people were doing that and stuff. But that's foo-foo. I'm a real person. I'm gonna tell you just like that. I've bought that. You know what I'm saying? All y'all have too, so don't act like you haven't. But I'm saying, like, that's, you want a real core fan base. You want real solid people. So like when you do a show, it's not two people standing there.
Exactly.
And that's your home, there's your manager and your girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to work for real organically and build that stuff. Like, you got to build your platforms, go on it every day, and obsess about the content is king. So it's like, do content, and that's how I've been building myself.
Absolutely. And let's be honest, when you start buying that fake stuff, it suppresses your real engagement.
And then you really, like, it messes with the algorithm too.
Yeah, it suppresses it. It shadow bans you.
It does.
So y'all, and we can see it. We can see it. We can see that all them people that
got
like
2 comments and 1 million views. Dang.
Yeah.
No shares. Okay.
And then all the people that liked it look like they're from another country somewhere. It's like, come on, bro.
Right. Yeah. I can't pronounce this dude's name.
Exactly. It's in like hieroglyphic.
Right.
Yeah. But I feel like social media has truly taught us that there's an audience for everything.
There is.
And I find that, honestly, a lot of the stuff that I come across that's super viral, they didn't put a ton of effort into it. They didn't edit the video. They just got on their phone, talking to the people. Those typically go the most viral.
You know, I think, Tampa, I think that, like, I don't know everything, but I think after studying it for years now, I think it's because people want to, like, feel the authenticity and it's relatable.
Yes.
So it's like, because even for me, when I was doing all my like my cover songs and like, like the Kalani's and the Chris Brown songs and my favorite songs that come out and stuff, I cover them, and people love that, because that's what I do. I'm an artist. I'm supposed to be doing that, right? So, but like when people see like me trying to do like with I had a camera just like your cameras around here. I'll have a camera guy and pay him $50, $70, $100, whatever, to come in and to the studio after I record it. And then I'll be like, after I'm mixing it, hey, come on, pull up, I'm ready. And we'll set up and do just like this with lights and stuff. But like when I stopped doing that and I started doing the Suno videos, because part of my contract with them when they were paying me to talk about them was to like, I had one invested in a ring light, and it changed everything for me. Like Juice was telling me for years, you don't need to do all that. Just use your phone. You got a DSLR right there. And people want to be intimate. They don't want the big look. And people don't even shoot music videos like that with red cameras and all that stuff no more. It's all, people are doing like Usher shot Rune. You ruin me for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shot that with the phone. They shot that with an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? So like, So
because it's relatable. Because let's be honest, most people can't afford, like you said, to hire someone to come in with a red camera, and
it's a lot. Yeah,
it becomes unrelatable, and they just scroll.
You look too big too. I feel like that's why you have like country music is the biggest genre in the world, because people can look at. You know, like you can look at the Taylor Swift. She become a little more pop, but I mean, you look at all the I can't think right off the top, like Luke Bryan and stuff like that, and Jelly Roll and stuff. And these guys are like relatable. You can have a beer with them.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Versus like I love all these artists. So there's nothing. I'm just giving an example, trying to explain it. But like Lady Gaga or Bieber, they're like bigger than life. They're like pop icons, and they're probably more hard to relate to, you know, the earlier them. Now they're becoming more, you know what I'm saying, like they're in tune with it. So like I feel like, but they're more like up here, and you feel like the normal person is down here. That's what we've been conditioned to be, you know, but like, or to think. So I feel like that's a big thing too.
One of my favorite type of contents is actually something that you're in now is food reviews.
I love food.
I'm a foodie, and I've always, one of my guilty pleasures is watching mukbangs. Like people,
when they're chewing. That's so weird.
It is, but it's like I live vicariously through them, because a lot of stuff that they eat I don't eat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. How did you get into doing like restaurant and food reviews?
I have to think about that for a second. I think it started. I mean, here's the thing. I was always like doing brand deals and stuff like that, where they would like send me different things like sunglasses, or they'd send me like some jewelry, or, you know, like some headphones to tie and wear them and talk about them. Like I've been dabbling in that for 10, 15 years, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of started more so. I say the food stuff really started, like I would just go and like we all take pictures and videos of our food when we eat and try to be like, I'm out to eat. And people started saying like, man, you're always like taking pictures of your food. And one of my homegirls from the Housewives of Vancouver, Robin Reichman, shout out to her. She was like, man, you're always taking these photos and videos of your food. And she's like, don't take nothing in baskets. It looks cheap. Like, and I'm like, and I would take like fried something and have it in like a to-go thing. And I'm like, but it looks good though. And I'm like, so I was thinking about that. And then one day I was like out to eat, and I'm like, man, I wonder if I could get paid to do this. And I started like studying different food reviewers in the Atlanta area. And I'm like, okay, I wonder what it takes to do this. And then I just was like, well, let me just start reaching out to restaurants, because I have my last year I got up to 19.7 million views organically without spending $1 on ads in Instagram. Organically.
It's amazing.
So at that point I was like, I need to make money off of this, because I can monetize. If I'm not going to get a record deal or something, I got to get creative. So I need to think of how am I going to monetize my 19 million views. And you can sell how to do it. You can use that and sell that to brands, because analytics numbers talk. And if I have that platform, 19 million in a month for me feels like I'm a TV network, because they get 20 million viewers, but they get 20 million views a day. But for me in a month, that's cool. Shoot, that's still, you know, 2 million, 2,000, whatever that number is, like a day. So it's like, okay, if I can get that and then sell that. So I just been selling those analytics to different brands and helping them and partnering up with them. Then I did one, November 30th is when we put out the ad, I think, or the 28th of November, I think it was, with the Six Flags, the Whitewater. They had a thing called World of Illuminarium. So I reached out to them and said, hey, like a girl, like my girl that I'm dating, she was in town. So I was like, I wanted to do something, and I was kind of short on money. It was the holidays and all this stuff. Like, I put all this in the radio. So I'm like, you know what? Let me go and start hitting these brands and like get free food. At least we get free food, and I can like look good in front of her type shit. This is full transparency, y'all.
I love it.
So I'm just going to be real. Okay. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this and try to impress her and shit. Like, so I was like, okay, well, that way I don't have to be like, oh, babe, can you pay for this? Like, oh, I forgot my wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like type shit. So I was like, okay, so let me just be all real. I'm going all in, y'all. Like, this is just, I don't know if I'm going to regret saying all this later.
No, because people appreciate it.
Yeah, but I'll be real. So it was like, I was just trying to look good in front of her and stuff. So I was like, I want to get some free food, and I'll just go in there, and I'm like, then I cultivated this script that I'm like, okay, hey, it's Gabe. I'm a food influencer / artist in Atlanta. I've garnered this many views. I'm not going to tell you all the whole sauce, but right. I did the whole thing, and then boop, send the analytics, bam, bada bing, bada boom. I started sending it out to like hundreds of restaurants, and then I got like 50% conversion rate, and I was like, dang, like this is easy. And then I did like probably 30 of them for free, and I'm like, man, we eating for free, man. I just went on a cruise with Virgin Voyages, shout out to them. It was a $5,000 package. I did a 5-day cruise with them, December 5th to the 12th or till the 10th, and we went to Bimini, Bahamas, and Punta Plata in Puerto Plata in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And then I've been to Bahamas. I've been to the other one, not Bimini, the other one.
Don't get me to lie.
Nassau. I've been to Nassau, but like I wanted to go to try Bimini, and it was cool because it was like Virgin Voyages, so like Virgin Records and stuff, and Richard Branson. So they had like Richard's Retreat on the boat. We had the VIP with the champagne and all the like this crazy cabana, is like all this superstar. It's called the Rockstar package. So it was like $5,000, and like we got it for free.
That is amazing.
What I'm saying? So like that is when I'm like, I need to take this a little more serious, because now it's like, this is not just me going and getting some free food. Matter of fact, I think I could get paid off of this. I'm like, let me just, because I know a lot of influencers that get paid, like Wool Vicky, shout out to her.
Yeah.
She'd be like 20,000, or Chase Crisley, you know what I'm saying? Like from, they be on the, they be the reality stars and stuff. So these are people I've been around and seen viral, like crazy success, and they getting 50 bands to like go and do like jump in a music video, like some crazy numbers. So I'm like, man, if I could get $100 for each one I do, let me just start. So I started that like 45 days ago, just like, I'll come out there for $100, you know what I'm saying? And I lined up like 10 of them. And then in a week I made like $900. And then I went to the bank. The first time I took a couple checks, like there's like a bum, like just a whole bunch of, and then I just put it in the ATM, and I watched that go in there, and my account goes boom, 900 more.
Man.
And I'm like, dang, I made $900 eating food for free. And I'm taking other people there and giving them, and then I'm like, the leftovers we give to the homeless and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's really cool. Like, and I love food. I'm like, man, this is a win-win. So I'm like, now I just kind of took it to the max, and like, I have 4 of them today.
That is amazing.
And I'm like, I didn't like, you do 150. Now I'm 150. Price going up. So I'm like, that's like, you make $500 in a day just eating food. But the problem is, I'm like, man, I got to get a second gym membership. It's tough, but I mean, it's cool though. It's a blessing, and it's fun. And what's the coolest part, Tampa, is like, I'm not just doing it all over and scattered. I'm very like compartmentalized and very locked in Atlanta. So all the different restaurants and brands I'm working with are local based. So when we do the collabs, then they'll like, all their people will see my stuff, and I see my streams in turn going up on What's the Move. So then I thought another level, and I said, you know what? Let's take What's the Move and say, yo, what's the move, everybody? It's your boy Gabe Lustman. Today I'm going here.
That is
blah,
so
blah,
dope.
blah. And then I come back at the end. So this place, Industry's Most Wanted, is definitely What's the Move. Bam, and then just leave it like that. And now I'm like, let's go another level. I said, now I'm gonna wear the shirt, and now I'm gonna sell the shirt. So I'm like, I'm trying to get. I'm like, I don't think there's no blueprint to success unless you're a sensei or you're up under somebody, which I don't want to do. I want to be self-sufficient. So like, I'm trying to figure it out just like everyone else is. And I feel like I cracked the code on that, and I could pay my bills for the next 5-10 years doing that. If that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's another stripe in my belt that I got, another thing
I love it. I feel like you absolutely have done it the right way, because like you said, you started out with just getting the free food. You weren't getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Anything we do out here in the early stages, we're going to do free work, because we have to essentially
learn
and build our resume.
That's right.
Because if you ask someone, hey, pay me to come to your spot, and they look on your Instagram there's nothing there food related, or like
type thing,
so you built that catalog up per se of those food reviews portfolio.
Yep.
Now look at you, like you said, price going up.
I don't know if I'm gonna get no 250 to, I went to Peach Cobbler. You never know, but I mean, I went to Peach Cobbler Factory. Shout out to them. That's like my favorite dessert now. So like, I mean, so I went there and did that. And they told me that they had some couple, not to mention name, but a major food reviewer in Atlanta, a couple, and they said they wanted $900 to come in there for 30 minutes and eat some peach cobbler. And I'm like, their menu items are $10. Y'all tripping.
That's crazy.
And they said they laughed them out of there. But I mean, still, like, people getting money like that, doing that stuff, and it's a whole network. So I would talk to my boy Aim. I brought him on a couple with me. He's a great songwriter, artist. And I told him about that and as well. And he's got a song called In My Cup. So, like, maybe I'm gonna start a wave here, y'all. If you see a bunch of artists doing this stuff, just know who started this.
I know that's right.
But I'm saying, like, just for real. But I'm saying, you know, like, he said he got a song called In My Cup. I said, maybe you be the guy who goes into all the bars and finds the cool drinks. Maybe it's the liquor in my cup.
That's
and then
hard.
it's like, bam, and then he go and try. Hey, today, what I got in my cup is, bam, it's like what's the move? That's a whole wave. So I'm like, shit, I think it's cool. So I'm just like I'm just figuring it out. And I think nowadays you can't do the conventional, like, go throw 20 bands at radio and go do this. You still got to do all of it. But
Yes.
I think the internet's such a powerful thing. And if I can't afford to pay, you know, 100 or 1,000, 2,000 influencers to post my stuff and go viral that way, is what they'd be doing, then I can do it in a different way, and I can get hot in Atlanta just by partnering up with the restaurants and then attaching my song to it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, because you're helping a lot of these restaurants out, especially if they're smaller restaurants. A lot of people may not know about them,
Yeah.
and because they rock with Gabe, they're gonna be like, I need to go try that restaurant right
For
there.
real.
So this might be kind of a biased question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway.
Okay.
What is your absolute favorite restaurant to go to in Atlanta?
Oh my gosh. This is the hardest question I've ever had to answer in an interview. There's so much good food in Atlanta. You know, I love my Korean barbecue for sure. I love Korean barbecue. And, I've had such good food. I think I've been to 15 restaurants in the last 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
So I'm like, it's really tough. I'm literally scratching my head. It depends on what you want. If you want Korean, I go to one place. If you want American, I really like R. Thomas. It's not like my favorite, but like R. Thomas is like healthy. If you want to go get like a nice, like something healthy or chopped, like get a nice salad, you know what I'm saying? Like on the go. I'm a simple guy though. You know, I'll go to Qdoba and get like the taco crunch bowl, like, and just keep it like that. But then, STK is good when you get the chef's selection.
It
I
is
think they gave us
amazing.
like a $700 dinner. I mean, it was insane. That's good. I mean, because I have different vibes. Like sometimes I want to go to like grab something quick. I'll go to Qdoba or something
Yeah.
simple. But like, and then sometimes I'll go to like, I want to get dressed up and I want to go to the Dial restaurant, you know, the Sundial. And so, I mean, I guess out of the ones I've reviewed, I think I like the simple one, like that Don Goose tacos.
So amazing.
We were talking about that earlier. That like the burrito tacos.
Oh man,
Fire. I think yeah, it's
hard to narrow
it's
it
really,
down.
really tough to narrow down because I love every single brand that I've worked with so much in different ways. I can't call it, to be honest.
And it
I
depends
like
on what
food.
your palate's
What
craving that day.
because it's ever changing. Like my mood be all over the place, especially as an artist. So I'm like, sometimes I need soup, I need some pho, and I go to Who Want a Pho over there, and that's just my homegirl Wynn's restaurant in Terry over in Lil 5. And then sometime I'll go to 9292 downtown Decatur. I like that place, you know. And then Mexican, Super Rica is good, you know what I'm saying? But like that's more Tex-Mex. But
Yeah.
then of course like you got Don Goose, and I mean, shout out to Adriana over there. I'm talking about the food. Like I ate so much food. And I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. Like I've been working with med spas and stuff, so they like put me on a GLP so I could get rid of this gut. And I'm in there trying to fake eat. I'm like, bro, I'm trying to. They give me the spread. I'm talking about they start giving me like tacos, and then they bring out chips and queso and the guacamole and chips, and then they go and bring me like they'll give me like quesadillas, or they brought me over at Don Goose. I tried the chilaquiles, which is, I love chilaquiles. I can make some fire chilaquiles. I'm actually Latin for people who don't know that. Honduras and Spain. And then then they bring out like the churros with ice cream. And I'm like, but wait, there's more. And I had a whole big old gallon of horchata. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like, and then I'm supposed to lose weight. And I'm like, okay, med spa, do they got some like tummy tucks and stuff? I mean, what can y'all do for free? Because at this point, I need some help.
Listen, I be wondering because I be seeing a lot of these, influencers who eat a lot, do mukbangs and stuff, but they're slim. I'm like, okay, Are you really eating that food?
I don't know. See, I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'll let you know. I'm gonna make some friends. I'll let you know.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So I want to close out with asking you this.
Yeah.
You mentioned an upcoming tour. You do a lot of different things in the industry, and a lot of artists say that they want success, but they don't move like business owners. When did you realize that talent was not enough, that you had to really learn and study this business?
I think in the recent years, I mean, it started off like I've always dumped money into my music, but then when I started making more money, like I'll get 10,000, 20, 30,000 at a time or something. And talent is definitely not enough because I'm maybe I'm biased, but I feel like I'm one of the most talented people in the world. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I've had ups and downs and been like, not lazy, but like fall into that depression. Oh, when is this ever going to happen? And then I'm watching guys that start doing music 6 months or a year ago pass me up and go get deals. And I can name 3 people right now that you would know, which I'm not going to, but and to watch them like pass me up because I was like falling off my rocker for the moment or putting it on pause and not going as hard as I can be. That'll kill you. That makes you feel like shit. Yeah. So like, I think, and it's not like no shade against them. It's just like you're looking at yourself. You got to look in the mirror at some point. Like, what am I doing? And question yourself. So I think when I realized that moment, it was just a few years ago, and I said, man, I'm not getting any younger, and I'm gonna start dumping music into it. Like I put $20,000 of my own money into. I mean, I'm probably at $250,000 between me and Juice over the last 10 years. Most definitely. Yeah. It's like. We're putting 500 here, 1,500 there. I mean, like hundreds of times. It's a forever money pit. It's just like, imagine a landfill and you're just throwing money and that thing's full, overflowing of $100 bills. It's crazy. But I think when you start investing into yourself and you start seeing, like I went to New York and I paid the fee to go and meet everybody because, if you don't know, they're going to charge you. Like, cause nothing is free in life at all. You know what I'm saying? So I get it now. You know what I'm saying? People call it gatekeeping, but it's like, no, like, don't be so entitled. You feel like you deserve, or you should tell me, or you should help me. No, you shouldn't. I had to pay. You got to pay. And I'm going to tell the next guy, no, you got to pay me because I had to pay. You know what I'm saying? So like, thing is, I just realized it's like sink or swim time and just getting to work. And as I put my head down and just get to work and grind, I've just like doors have opened for me and God's blessing my consistency because you can be talented, but that hard work is going to be the talent when the talent ain't working. So this is my lifestyle. I wake up, I live my life like I'm already, I kind of like, it's like a manifestation thing. I live my life already like I'm already that superstar that I always set out to be. And as the more I get ahead, like I say, like once you think and vibrate a certain way, then like your whole like you live a certain way in your mind, and then the world will catch up to you later. You know what I'm saying? So like for me, it's like I'm just on the grind mode, and I realize that the more I do stuff, like it's not about me, and I'm just like the vehicle to get the message across to help other people. And one of my goals is to help people not have to go through shit I've gone through because I know how it feels. Yeah. And I'm not everyone's strong or built like me. So you're going to crumble. You know what I'm saying? So like if I can help the little guy or somebody in Arkansas or something or Iowa, like not go get on drugs or be like, go to jail or something because they heard my music, then I think that I'm doing my job and I'm helping people. And I think that's important too. Absolutely.
I feel like it's a balance between showing up as if you've already made it to the place where you want to be. Mm-hmm. However, you got to grind like nobody knows you.
Yeah, for like that still work. Like it's my first time, and then like I was at the mall the other day with my boy Aim before we went and did one of them reviews. Well, of course, that's like my normal thing. I can't tell you the last time I paid for food. I miss paying for food. I'm like, man, like let me just give you something. Like, but it's so crazy. It's a blessing. I'm grateful for sure. Brands, thank you. But when we were walking through the mall, like we were walking into the mall, and like I was walking by a gentleman, and he said, yo, are you Gabe? Wow. And then I was like, yeah, what's up? And like, cause you don't know this is Atlanta. I'm like, what's going on here? Like, who's this guy? And I was like, he's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, bro, have a good one. And kept walking. I didn't mean to be rude or anything. If you see this, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? But, and then it was just, it's like, man, that hard work is working. People coming up to me or DMing me saying, man, I heard your music on Power 104 and Macon, and I was tripping. I thought it was my Spotify. I'm like, damn, that's what you think of me? Like, but no, I'm like, it's cool. Like, I get those messages and it's gratifying, but you know, I'm just working like nothing is happening. And because like, it's for forever, like, Bill, like, I don't see it because I'm Gabe Lustman. It's just me here. Yeah. So like, I'm not on the outside looking in. So to everyone else, I might look like this big success or whatever. But to me, I work like I'm a failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I go into these depressions, like, dang, like, I don't feel like I've done anything. Like, and I don't mean to be like Debbie Downer or like ungrateful, but it really feels like that because you're only as big as your last success. So like, I stopped talking about stuff I did 15, 20 years ago. And I'm like, what did I do in the last 6 days or 60 days? Like,
man, that is big facts. I'm so glad you said that because there's people out here who rely on something they did 15 years ago. And it's like, think about all the people who have come into the industry since then. They don't know about that, nor do they give a damn. It's like, what are you doing right now?
Right.
That's why I say we got to hustle like people don't know us, because really, at the end of the day, there are people out there who still don't know us. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely. So with that being said, you know, anybody that wants to work with you on any level, whether it's collaboration with music, having you come out to the restaurant to do a review, what's the best way for people to follow you and reach out to you?
Best way to do that is, email is cool, but main thing is like my Instagram is like, I'm on it 24 hours a day. I'm always working and I'm trying to check those messages and stuff like that. And it does get flooded nowadays because there's so much from like posting my stuff. I was like thinking about making a content page, but I was like, let's just keep everything to my page so I can get all the traffic there.
Yeah.
So it's not spread out, but best way probably Instagram, and that's Gabe, Gabe Lustman, Lustman. That's the best way, and that's same for everything across the board. TikTok, Instagram, X. I mean, there's a million of them.
Yeah, I know,
So,
right?
like, I'm on all of them. So you can just type in Gabe Lustman, you'll find me. I'm trying to make it easier. Hopefully, if you guys keep supporting me, it'll be even easier.
I know that's right. Who do you want to give thanks to that has really been supporting you through your journey?
I want to give thanks to God. You know what I'm saying? Because without Him, and I know that's like a cliche answer, but God isn't cliche. So like, I've prayed in to get out of dark times, and there's been times I had nobody, and I'll be like laying on the couch in my studio, depressed and like crying, like messed up, and you're just like, dang, nothing is ever going to work. And I'll just pray, and those are the times that I want to give thanks for that. And then also, I'll say thank you to Juice for believing in me and working with me for 13, 15 years now. It's been a while, and there ain't nothing I ain't put him through. You know what I'm saying? So I'm grateful, you know.
Absolutely.
And then to all the people, Chris Whammy, you gotta say all the people who's helping currently, like the fans for listening, most definitely, and supporting, sharing, retweeting, whatever. That's very important, because without that, I'm nothing. Like I'm something, but without that, the success is not going to success the way it needs to. Without the people, you know, and then everybody else along the way, the producers, the writers that I've been working with, the Chris Whammy helping me get my song on the radio, all that stuff.
Absolutely. My very last
and
question.
thank you to Tampa Mystic.
Of course.
How did I forget the most important person?
Oh, listen, because I feel like what's understood doesn't have to be explained, you know?
Okay. All
so
right.
Thank you as well for being here today. But my last question is, where are we at?
Industries.
The big one.
Most wanted.
Tell everybody what makes Gabe Lustman the industry's most wanted.
What makes me the industry's most wanted is I'm not a dickhead. I literally am cool. You can talk to me. I'm humble. And I've done a lot of shit, but I'm not ever going to be cookie cutter. I'm not going to be a puppet. I'm creative. I believe in my vision so strongly. I'm not deviating or selling out for that. And I'm easy to contact. We can reach out. I'll hit you back. And I've done a lot, but I used to, like, before I fell on my face after the MTV show in 2009 and thought my shit didn't stink. Like, you know, I used to think I was like all upper echelon,
untouchable,
but then life smacks you in the face, punch your tooth out, and it's like, dang. So I'll talk to you if you're making sense. You And if it makes sense and it's like, sounds like music and you're talking business, like real business, not like, I'll give you $50 and let's do a song. Like, it's like, you know, we can talk business and I'll talk to anybody if you're talking right, you know? So that's what makes me the industry most wanted. And I'm innovative, I'm creative, and I'll see you at the Grammys.
I know that's right. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
My first interview of 2026, y'all, with the one
Likewise.
and only. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Gabe Lustman. We out of here, y'all.